8 miles.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Mike Cayley 7. I know you're freaking out, Stop it. It was just a question. Jeez, don't be so sensitive. For those of you who don't know, who might be tuning in 5 years from now, just about half an hour ago, I put a poll on my YouTube just to see. I said, should I buy a brand new Goldwing, or should I keep Gemma? And the reason I was asking that was because I did a test ride. I have never ridden a Honda anything, so it was my very first time on one of those kind of bikes. And the reason I did it was I ran across a video from Happy Jack from a few years ago. Maybe a year ago, not a few years ago. He rode the 2018 Goldwing DCT Tour, and he said it was the very best bike he had ever been on. And he thought, oh geez, this could really lure me away from Harley. I rode him last night and I said, what do you think? Do you still have that feeling after all this time? See what he says. But I thought, well, let me go out and give it a try. So I get all the way out to Durham. They had one. They would let me test ride because the place near me won't let you test ride. You have to buy it, which I think is stupid. Anyway, so I get out on the road, and first thing I noticed was my foot had trouble fitting into where the shifter is, because I have a this big boot. Luckily, that's adjustable on the Goldwing. It's not a heel down. It's 1 down, 4 up with your toe. Or 5 or 6 or 7. I think it's got 7 gears, for goodness sakes. So that's the first thing. Sitting on the bike, I noticed the seat height is about the same. Not really too much difference. Maybe a little bit lower. They lowered the bike a little bit for this for 18 and 19, and they have a new suspension on the front. It's a double wishbone. So I wanted to, take it out and see what it did. It's a standard. It's not the DCT. So that would be kind of going from apples to apples in a way. So I got on it, and I had to go around the parking lot one time just to make sure I could get my foot in there and competently shift and all that. The weight of the bike handled perfectly. I had no problem at all with the weight. It's about the same as this. So it was very easy to maneuver around. The gentleman at the dealership, he took me out, he led me. So I followed him for this big circle thing, about 15 minutes. So I got to feel how it is in lean, and it's got different modes. It's got rain, tour, eco, and sport. I tried each one, and I could see the difference. In sport, it's the gearing is much closer, I guess you could say. So every little move of your hand, you could feel the bike kind of jerking a bit. You got to have a very light touch when it's in sport mode. Rain mode is the mushiest, which is very very forgiving. And I was doing like this just to see how it was, and it was very smooth, very, very smooth, quiet as all get out. I pushed the little thingy over here, and the windshield went going up and down. That was kind of cool. It's got everything in like a little joystick in the front or on the handlebars, so you can control all this stuff. Could not figure out on the ride where the turn signals were, because I'm used to left thumb left turn, right thumb right turn, but this, it's both on the left side.
Prepare to exit the highway in 2 miles.
And I couldn't find it until I got off the bike later on when I stopped again. I said, oh, that's where it is. I tried the reverse gear. That was kind of cool. When I was doing I did one corner. I came around. It was a right-hand corner. And I leaned it, you know, aggressively. And the toe of my boot scraped the ground. That was a little bit of a moment. So that was kind of cool. I wonder what the relative lean angle is between the Goldwing and this bike. I'll have to look that up. Comparatively, let's see. It's got 123 horsepower. I think it said, or 126, one of the two. This has got 122 horsepower. It's got 118 foot-pounds of torque. And this has got right about that, 111, 112. The suggested retail price, all included retail price, would be about 29,000.
In half a mile, exit the highway.
So not, you know, not a whole lot more than this. I mean, if you think about it though, to get what I got, this speed and this, you know, I bought it for $26,900. And then I put $4,000,
Exit the highway.
including handlebars, to, you know, soup it up. And then that brings it what to 31,000. So it's comparable, and you end up with the same
Calculation.
Oh, will you shush, you lady? See if I can silence you. Stop it. Thank you. I don't think the lean angle on that bike is a whole lot better than what I currently have. I don't know. I mean, I get over pretty good on this. I'm scraping footboards and stuff. I don't know. I'll have to check. I know that you can go all the way over to the engine. You're not going to hit a footboard. You'll hit your foot before you hit a footboard. It's got less gas on the bike than this. This has got a 6-gallon. It's got like a 5.7. The fuel economy is about the same as this, so it's not a big deal. The difference is in the smoothness. It's very, very smooth because, you know, it's a 6-cylinder balanced whatever thing, and it doesn't have that rumble, which I kind of like the rumble. I mean, the engine does have a nice growl to it when you get on it. You can hear it. It's not loud though. This is loud. That bike is definitely smooth. Definitely smooth. Doesn't have a backrest. Neither did this, but the one I have on this is great, and the one they have for that from Honda sucks. And I got from a Honda guy. I watched this guy's channel. He had a 1-year review of his white pearl Honda Goldwing in 2018, and some things he dinged on it. One of them was the backrest. He said the seat was terrible. It was the worst seat he ever felt, even though it was heated. My seat's better than the Goldwing seat because I have the Road Zeppelin Air Ride seat. Nothing beats an air ride seat. The only thing that could beat it is if they came up with an air ride seat that was also inflatable. This thing is inflatable, and if it had heat too, it would be nothing could beat it. Nothing could beat it. The get up and go on it is very similar to my bike, so that is not a big deal. It's just if I want to get something that's smoother and quieter, maybe a little bit better handling, then I could go with a Goldwing. And it would be technically newer because it's a 218 and this is a 2017. But not a huge deal. Oh my. What happened to you? Did you hit a deer? That windshield all smashed up. Ooh. Ah, don't look, Mike. Don't look. But, you know, this bike is definitely cooler. Oh, and also this bike has way more storage capacity than that bike. And I tend to use all my storage. I'm in and out of that tour pack every day, multiple times. Right now I have my full camera bag and a full face helmet in there. I wouldn't be able to do that with a with that bike, I don't think. The look of it when I opened it up, it felt kind of like it wouldn't even fit the camera bag. One good thing about it, which is kind of nifty, is it's got that touchless everything. So you just walk up and you push a little rubber button and tour pack unlocks and opens, and the saddlebags do the same. You know, not a big difference. That's one more thing to break, if you think about it. It has heated grips like this does. Like I said, a heated seat this doesn't have, but my ass isn't really that cold ever anyway. Let's see, what else? I don't know if it has a limiter on it. This has a limiter, so it only goes up to like 110. And then the limiter stops you from going faster. It's because of it's all Harley-and so laws, and as my ex-wife used to say, because reasons. So there's that. Quieter. This is probably louder and hotter than that, but way, way more awesome looking. I mean, come on, this is Gemma. Way more customizable, this thing, than that thing, I would think. And that thing looks like something out of Buck Rogers, which is nice. It's okay. A little bit pointy for me. But I was just wanting to see what it was like. And it was very, very nice. And I thought, well, let me ask my audience, just in case I ever did want to get one, which I'm not going to be doing it. The more I think about it, the more, I realized that was... No. It would have to be a whole lot better, because this has got Brembo anti-lock brakes. That has Brembo anti-lock brakes. Sure, that has ride modes, but I don't really need ride modes. I have a throttle, I have a shifter, I'm fine. Ride modes. And it's got the, keyless everything. That's fine. It's not really worth leaving my beautiful Gemma for. If it had, double the horsepower and torque, oh, then you'd be talking about something different. For the same price, for $29,000, if you could get significantly more horsepower and torque than what I currently have, which I know I paid extra for, but I have it now, so, if I'm going to be moving to a different bike, I want it to go faster and lean more. Got to check that lean angle. So don't worry, folks. My Kaylee 7 was just very impressed with that gold wing, but not impressed at the same time. Less luggage capacity. It's got the same basic get up and go that this bike has, so that's an even. It's got a negative against it for the luggage capacity. It's got another negative because of gas. It's about the same, but I don't know. It depends on how you ride it, right? So it might have less range than this. Pluses, it's quieter and it's smoother. And another thing is, I don't know, somebody would call it a plus, but I wouldn't. It's the keyless everything. I'm not a big fan of the keyless everything. I don't really care about that on a motorcycle. I figure keyless is one more thing somebody can just hack. Stand up with a garage door open and keep pushing buttons till it goes slink, slink. No thanks.